Black Mirror Bandersnatch is a movie that was released at the end of December and it took Netflix by storm. Everybody has been choosing their own journeys for the character Stefan and ultimately ends up ruining his life. However, have you stopped for a minute to think about what the most powerful moment of that Black Mirror movie actually is? Let's find out. Before I go ahead, make sure you go over to my Twitter @brainpilot_ and tweet me what show or movie you would like me to review next. So without further ado, I'm Brainpilot and here is the most powerful moment in Black Mirror Bandersnatch. Just to let you know, there will be spoilers, obviously. Most people will have taken many different journeys and may not have even stumbled across what I believe the most powerful moment in the movie is. This is depending on how many times you may have watched it, of course. And if you've watched Bandersnatch many times and made several decisions each time, then you may have stumbled across this moment. Whilst many people would say that Stefan cutting up his dad's body, or killing his dad, or committing multiple murders, or his mother dying due to his actions, or the reveal all about Pac, or even the sight of Colin jumping off from his balcony and witnessing his body splatter all over the floor would be the most powerful, I would have to disagree. Yes, they are gut-hitting moments that make you stop and question what you're actually taking part in. However, it doesn't take the top spot. For me, I believe that the most powerful moment of the movie is when you choose to accept the job offer at Tuckersoft. I know it seems a bit of a boring one at first. However, when you take a deeper look at the movie and look at the bigger picture of Bandersnatch, I can justify the decision. When greeted with accepting the job at Tuckersoft or declining it, if you choose the option to accept, then Colin comes over and states how Stefan, meaning you, has made the wrong decision and you're forced to start over until you decide to decline the job and work on Bandersnatch at home. By choosing to not take the job at Tuckersoft, it then meant that the best case scenario was that the game does poorly and Stefan doesn't go to prison. However, he'd try again. This already sets the movie up in a way that means that no matter what decision you make, there is never a happy ending. The episode is setting you up to make Stefan fail, become a serial killer, create a game that is unsuccessful, and mirror the actions of the author of Bandersnatch, JFD. The movie likes to let us think that we're in control and are the sole decider of the fate of Stefan. However, that's not true. As hard as you try to fight it, you're forced into making decisions that you don't necessarily want to make, which in turn have traumatic consequences for Stefan. You may not want him to become psychotic, you may not want him to become the person that he's destined to be, but you can't shy away from destiny and what is meant to be. Just like Stefan's fate was set in stone, the journey that us as viewers were supposed to take was set as well. There was no escaping the inevitable. This episode highlighted that amongst all of the bad decisions that you make for Stefan, when presented with an opportunity to choose an option that is not as bad, perhaps even as viewers, we don't even want that anymore. Think about it. Did you choose to kill Stefan's father or to walk away? No matter how hard you try, 9 times out of 10, the options during this movie were both equally as bad as each other. Even if you do try to pick the lesser of two evils, at some point, you're going to have to go back and choose again. Bandersnatch sets up the morbid idea that in fact no matter how hard you try, society and even work life can be very much against you. Bandersnatch almost wants Stefan to fail. It wants him to commit murder and it wants him to go insane. This is the only chance he has of creating a success. A success he can only witness through the bars of a prison cell or not even at all if your choices bring Stefan to his grave. These outcomes all stem back to the most important decision of the movie, whether or not to take the job at Tuckersoft. Even though taking the job is never really an option, as Stefan will always want to try again. That for me is what the most powerful moment in Bandersnatch is. If you want to say in what video I make on the channel next, then over on the community page I've started doing polls. Have your say and see the video you want to see. As well, if you want to support the channel in a different way, then I've recently set up a Patreon. And by going over there, you can get your hands on some exclusive content. Take a look and see what you think. What do you think the most powerful moment in Bandersnatch is? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.